Hey everybody, Quaver here, and today we're going to talk about mapping out the strings. I think one of the number one complaints that I hear from most of my students is how to map out the strings, or if they can't remember it, or it just seems too big of a task to do. And to be honest, it's not that hard. All you need is 4 things. 1, remember your tunings. Depending on what tuning you're in, for what style, how many strings you have, it'll basically help you with trying to go ahead and fact check yourself at the end. 2, all you would need is a basic knowledge of the musical alphabet, knowing that it goes from A to G and then repeats, and how many steps it takes from A to G and then repeating again in different pitches. Third thing, try to go ahead and actually get familiar with the 12th fret. The 12th fret's actually going to help you fact check yourself at the end as far as where you take the steps to go ahead and get those particular notes. You'll see what I mean at the end. The fourth thing that I have is something that a lot of people don't realize that they can use, and it's actually a really cool thing that they can do with a simple little device. I'll show you. All right, so for the first part, I have my guitar in E standard, which the tunings are E, A, D, G, B, E. Now, for those who haven't played guitar for very long or they're just starting, the guitar strings are 6th string, 1st string, so E, A, D, G, B, E. Because I know the tunings, I know how to go ahead and actually map out each string as long as I'm able to go ahead and hit the ones that are not exactly sharps and flats. I'm sticking to the C major scale for the most part because it'll actually help a little bit. Here's how. We're going to take the 6th string, for example. Open E, right there. Now, going from E to F. There's an open E. How do we get to F? Well, on the musical alphabet, there's 2 set of notes that are side by side, meaning it's just a half step in between. That would be E and F, B and C. So if you end up doing that on the fretboard, you can just say that E is right beside F, and if you did that by pitch, going down the guitar neck, you're increasing in pitch as well as down the scale length. Because of that, open E, 1st fret's F, 3rd fret's G, 5th fret's A, 7th fret's B. Remember, go back to the musical alphabet. What's side by side? It's E and F and B and C. 7th's B, 8 is C, 10 is D, 12 is E. Now, one of the things I told you to watch out for is the 12th fret being kind of like a fact-checking thing. Well, oddly enough, there are 12 half steps to get from octave to root. Because of that, it's actually easy for you to go ahead and make sure that you're getting the right answers when you're trying to map out the strings. All you have to do is count down from the open string back to the 12th fret, and if you end up with the right set of tunings as far as it being all open, E, A, D, G, B, E, to the 12th fret, that's because all of those notes are going to be the same. So if I did that for every string and I landed on the correct tuning, you'll actually get to hear it. Makes it much easier. So far, so good. You're able to go ahead and actually map out each string. However, here's a 4th thing that a lot of people don't realize that they can use. So, you've probably seen this in most music stores, most music teachers, even something that came inside your guitar pack in case you bought one of those. A tuner. Yeah, okay, it's a tuner. It's meant for tuning, right? Yes, and it's not just meant for tuning. What you can actually do is connect it to whatever part of your headstock, turn it on, and something that's actually really cool is this. All right, you got your Snort tuner on there, or whatever tuning you have. Make sure that it's working. Good, seems to be on. So, yes, these things are actually used for tuning, but what you can actually do is, I'm going to press on the 1st fret and watch what happens. 1st fret on the 6th string. What did I say goes from E to F? It's on the 1st fret, right? 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret. See, it's actually easy to go ahead and use this as a tool. Now remember, don't rely on this too much. It's better to go ahead and actually have the knowledge up front. But if you get lost every once in a while, this is a great tool to have. All right, well, hopefully that helped y'all a little bit on trying to map out the guitar neck. Most of the time, it just takes a little bit of repetition, and of course, they're going to tell you the same thing that I do. Practice, practice, practice. Trying to memorize them isn't that hard. Just go ahead and work at it a little bit. All right, I'll see you later.